Can you imagine building up a multi-million-dollar business and losing it all before you turned 30? Well, today we're going to talk to Charron, who had just that happen to her. Since then, she's been able to build up a multi-million-dollar business again. And today she helps female entrepreneurs break through mindset blocks, build businesses they love, and all while doing it with a family. So Kara is going to share today. We're going to get a snippet of the interview, just kind of discussing that background of what it was like to seemingly have it all from the outside and then losing it all, and what that kind of did for her and her family and how she could kind of build up after that. So without further ado, here we go.
Balancing building a successful business and being a superstar mom is hard, and yet, in today's digital world, it's more common than ever.
The question becomes, how do we successfully grow a business and children at the same time?
Join us for a candid conversation as we share our insights into marketing and motherhood. I'm Angela Reeder.
And I'm Jessie Valle. Welcome to the Marketing Moms Podcast. Hey everyone. So we have today with us a very special guest. We would like to welcome Charron. Kara is a well-versed expert on the subject of business growth and resilience, if I do say so myself. As someone who has built a multi-million-dollar business, lost it all, and built it up again, she carries with her experiences and life lessons few can claim. So today she helps female entrepreneurs just like you and me and Ange and all the people here streamline business growth to create a business and life that support one another. So thank you so much for joining us today, Kara.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. So this month on Marketing Moms Monthly, we're actually focusing on unpacking mindset blocks for like the modern mompreneur. And I'm not like a huge fan of the word mompreneur. I know we've said that before, but I didn't know how else to like succinctly say these moms with businesses, like the modern mom with a business. So before we get to that, can you tell us a little bit, Kara, about your family? Like I know you are a mom as well.
I am. And actually, today's a special day. My daughter is graduating high school today.
Whew.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes so fast. It like you blink. But yes, I am a mom. I have two kids. They are 17 and 18. So they're 13 months apart. And I've been married, I feel like, for a very long time. How long have I been married? Over 20 years.
Wow.
To my husband. And so I'm definitely, when I was building everything, my kiddos were little when I lost it all. And it almost felt like they were twins, right? I think they use
Yeah.
that term like Irish twins because they're like
Yep.
13 months apart. So it was so chaotic. It was
Yeah.
just they were little and I was running, a pretty big business, and I was burnt out, and I had I'll like from the outside it looked like I had a perfect life. I'm not going to lie. We had the 7,000 square foot house, the indoor pool, and we were in our 20s. So, a lot of people on our block thought we were drug dealers or something because we were like, we were the youngest on the block. We had one of the biggest houses, and they're like, what do you do? And I had the live-in nanny. We traveled like all over. But on the inside, like, it was just like, I was so burnt out. Like, I
Mhm.
had these beautiful babies that I hardly ever saw. And when I did see them, I was so exhausted that I didn't actually get to spend quality time with them. And so when everything came crashing down, and we had to, and like I will never forget it. And I always love sharing this story because so many people think my husband's like Mr. Buddha, like that he's like just always been like this calm presence. And and like I'm like high energy, like we're opposites, and he's very quiet and shy and reserved, and I'm like, I want to talk to everybody. And we were in the midst of like all of this chaos, and there were two huge lessons that I learned. One was a mentor of mine had said to me, you got to know when to fold your hand. And I'm a fighter. I think as entrepreneurs, I think we have to be. We're a different type of breed of human. And so I built this company. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. We owned a lot of real estate properties, and it was all coming down like dominoes. And I was fighting for it. And I was chasing good money after bad. And that was one of those lessons. But he had said to me, you've got this family. Like, you got to look at your family and you got to protect number one. Like, this thing, you got to know when to fold, and you got to know when to walk away. And I was like, oh my gosh, because that's not in my nature to like think that way. I'm fighting fighting my way
Yeah.
out of this,
Yeah.
And so to realize like I had to actually close this chapter, think of my family and restart was crazy. So we had to get rid of the huge house, and we found this little house in a small town that looked like 1970s threw up all over it. I mean, you walked in, there was red velvet carpet, green
Oh,
linoleum kitchen. I had a pink bathroom, a purple bathroom. Like, it was like, just talk about like shocking to your system of like this
yeah.
mansion to this place. But I had a vision for it, and I knew this was going to be our rebirth for our family. So not only for our business, but for our family, because as a mom, I just felt so disconnected. And I went through grief of even losing our live-in nanny because she did like so much.
Mhm.
She cooked meals and she did laundry, and the kid, like, it was fantastic having that. But I was looking forward to like actually becoming mom again,
Yeah.
you know. And we were in this house, and at that time too, I was like, I used to love going for walks with my kids to get the mail, and then I hated it because in that time we were just getting a whole bunch of bad mail of like bad
Right.
notices. Like, going to the mailbox was stressful. So like I did not like to do that very often. And the one day I decided to take the kids up and walked up onto Main Street. And this is a small little town. Like, we moved from a city to this small little town. And I mean, I think it had been like maybe 3 weeks since I checked the mail. And I get there, and they're like, you have registered mail. And I was like, oh damn. So I signed for it, and I didn't want to open it there because I was scared. So I walk home with the kids, and, I believe I put them down for a nap, and I sit down and I open this letter. And it was from the bank. And it was saying that we owed, it was like $370,000 that was already past due, that they were going to start legal action to come after my husband. Like, so my husband still worked. So he was always been our breadwinner. And even when he could retire, he still loved his job. So that was kind of our saving grace through this. But they were coming after, like, garnish his wages, all of the things. And I just remember like just having so much emotion in that moment, and like being like, oh my gosh, like, this is it. Like, this is finally it. Like, oh my gosh. And so I went to call my husband at work. I could barely, and I'm not a crier, but I could barely get through saying like, is Sean there, to the secretary. And as soon as he said hello, I just started bawling. And I was like, oh my God, we got this letter. Like, we owe all this money. They said they're really mean things. They're going to like garnish and do legal action. And I'm like, could we go to jail? Like, I like was so in this. And he was like, whoa, 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 just calm down. He's like, babe, like, it's almost over. Like, we can finally file bankruptcy. We've got this letter. We have a wonderful marriage. We have two beautiful, healthy babies. Like, what more could we ask for in life? We've got a roof over our head. You know what I mean? And I was just like, oh, like, and just that change in perspective, because I was just in it,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
right, like, it's finally coming to an end. And looking at our house as like a canvas that we could create and make our own and get excited about, and like being able to close one chapter and open something new, and like just being able to realign in that and be totally in it and be okay with it in just seconds was like just very profound in my journey of like personal development.
Wow. Imagine if he hadn't said those things to you at that moment.
Right. Whew.
Right. Like, I was a basket case. And I will back up and say my husband and I had invested loads into personal development. And
Mhm.
so, especially when we had the money, like, we would go to Hawaii for personal development seminars and all of that. And so, I really do believe personal development is something that you invest in for the long term. And some people ask, because like our marriage thrived through bankruptcy, through starting over, like all of the things. And I honestly think it was the tools that we both acquired by going on a journey of our mindset and working on ourselves.
Ugh, I hate cutting off the interview right there. But if you want the full interview, it is part of our episode this month on Marketing Moms Monthly. You can actually get a free month to the membership over at marketingmomsmonthly.com. We would love to see you there. We continue to chat with Kara about how she faced down her mindset issues at that point to build back up a business that she loved. And not only a business, but a life that she enjoyed living. So if you're interested in that, please head over to marketingmomsmonthly.com, get your free month of the membership, and listen to the full episode. It was so many golden nuggets, for sure. It was really awesome. And if you want to learn more about Kara, check out the show notes below. We have links to all the things, including her gratitude journal, which I'm so excited to get in the mail. Angela already got hers. She did an unboxing video. It is absolutely gorgeous, great quality, and all the things down in the show notes below. So until then, we will see you next week. Bye.
Thank you for joining us today. We're so honored this is where you chose to spend your time.
If this episode helped you in some way, please share it with another mom who needs to hear it. We're in this together.
And if you're ready for next steps, free goodies, and more, head over to marketingmomspodcast.com.
We'll see you next week.